All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Shane Each is here with Aaron Ortega, and we have got game number 2 of the night coming just ahead, our 8 p.m. contest. This will feature Omega Medical, currently sitting at 4-2, one of the top teams in the Delco Pro-Am so far this season, taking on KLM Insurance, who is at 2-4 and in need of picking up some W's here as we go down the stretch if they want to make really the cut for the playoffs, be one of those top 8 teams. So, Aaron, for Omega Medical, what do they have to do to continue their strong pace of play and take control of this basketball game?
Well, you said it right there, continuing. Build off your momentum from last night. You beat HC Ball by 28 points in an absolutely dominating performance. Take that from last night, carry it over into tonight. That'll really get you started off on the right foot, get things going. And building off that, that's key number 2. Play hard from the start. This is a team in KLM who, on paper, is less talented than Omega Medical, I think it's fair to say. But if you let them hang around and give them that little glimmer of hope, they'll play you hard till the very end. So if you're Omega Medical, just kind of don't play down to the lesser team. Play to your game. Play with the guys you've got, a very talented team, as we said, with guys like Antonio Pena, Reggie Redding, Rob Kurtz, guys that can really light it up. Come out from the very beginning and don't let this team hang around. Put them down quickly. And key 3, last night from Omega Medical, they had a great team game. You look at the stat sheet top to bottom, you had guys like Rob Kurtz, we mentioned Pena, Dan Giroux, Reggie Redding. These guys all scoring double figures, big point totals. This is one of the most talented teams on paper, and if they play a team game together, they have the pieces to fit in with each other. Just play that team game. Don't get sucked into too much one-on-one, and play that team game again. Get that balanced scoring. That was what was really effective for them last night.
Yeah, you talk about the team game for Omega Medical. That could certainly be an advantage for KLM Insurance here tonight. A lot of familiarity on the floor for those guys. So what do you think KLM Insurance needs to do to come out and find their 3rd win of the season?
Well, that's the thing. They cannot fall into a one-on-one game either because, quite frankly, they don't have the guys to match up one-on-one with an Omega Medical. They have guys, familiarity, like you mentioned, a KLM team, mostly the Kutztown guys, they've played together. They know the tendencies. Work the system that you're in. Play a team game. Run plays off each other. Build off each other. They need to play the team game even more so than Omega Medical, because Omega Medical, even if they play that one-on-one game, can potentially, hang on just by their talent alone. But not the same for KLM. Second key for them is going to be you need a good shooting game out of Nate Edwards and Dev McBride. These are your 2 best offensive weapons, and a team like Omega Medical that can really score the basketball pretty much at will. You're going to need a good offensive game out of those guys. So, but at the same time, play in the system. That's going to be tough to do for them. Not rely only on those guys to do one-on-one things, but also playing in that system. So that's going to be very important for them. And key 3, Eric Brennan. He's a guy we've seen it time and time again. Can really bang some bodies down low. Not the biggest guy in the world, but can really, if he can anchor that center position for KLM, that's going to be huge against the guys you mentioned, these big guys down low, Pena, Kurtz, Giroux, guys that are notable big-name guys in college basketball. They can really play, and they're going to need a guy like Eric Brennan to step up and try to slow them down and also contribute some points offensively of his own.
Yeah, we've seen Brennan work that jump shot from the top of the key, the high post, start to drag those big men out from underneath the basket. We'll see if KLM can do that and open things up a bit here tonight as they try to pick up their 3rd win of the season. So stay tuned, folks. Omega Medical at 4-2 taking on KLM Insurance at 2-4, coming just ahead.